Coming up on Ktown Social Club today, we're going to get into self-hating Asian Gordon Chang. Also, the pro-Hitler artist Arthur Kwon Lee's girlfriend. Some interesting information there, maybe. And did North Korean hackers steal $1.5 billion in crypto? All that coming up and more. From Koreatown, Los Angeles, thank you for tuning in to Ktown Social Club. For the issues you really care about. With Young Kim, David Kim, David Yoon, Hajin Cho, Ed Choi, and I'm your host, Michael Kim. And with that, let's start the show. All right, welcome back to Ktown Social Club, everybody. Don't forget to leave a comment and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and smash that notification bell. I'm Michael Kim, joined today by Ed Choi, Young Kim, and Hajin Cho.
Hello, everyone. Happy
Everybody?
Tuesday.
Why are we clapping?
Happy Tuesday.
I don't know.
There's that awkward moment.
Happy Friday.
An awkward moment. Happy
This
Friday.
Is this is the Friday episode, yeah.
Friday.
Friday.
TGIF.
I'm so sorry. That's right.
Friday.
Are those
Guys,
all closed? TGIF?
No,
Are they?
they're not what they used to be. But
Yeah.
Is there still TGI Fridays?
Yes.
Didn't Chili's close or something?
Oh, I think they are closing though. A lot of them.
TGIF,
But I think
right?
they are
Everything's
still
going
around.
bankrupt or something.
Are there any family restaurants that are surviving right now
Well,
other than
none of those
Denny's?
are those aren't family. Oh yeah, I guess like families go there.
Well, like cafe
chains
diner.
are closing.
Yeah.
It's
Because like
Chains seem
the
to be
culture has moved towards like foodieism, and like chains just don't give that. You know.
Yeah, it still seems to exist in Korea as well. But
What?
TGI Fridays.
Dude, TGIF
Yo,
was the bomb.
The
back
first
then.
TGIF I ever went to was in Korea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What year was that?
Like 93 maybe.
Oh man. Okay, so in 90s
wow.
from 97 until like 99 in Hongdae, right near it was Cheonggiwa Juso back then, but I don't even know if it's that anymore, but they used to have this TGI there. And you know, that was the only place you could find Tabasco sauce in Korea.
Oh, love Tabasco sauce.
I hate Tabasco sauce.
Love it.
Did you go to
With my
Bennigan's?
eggs.
Yeah, Bennigan's was hardcore too. First it was
Oh,
Bennigan's,
yeah.
that was the bomb place, and then it became what do you call it, TGIF, and then it moved over to Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, I worked
I
at
heard,
an
I heard
Outback
they
Oh,
like
did you?
Outback.
Yeah, the fifth
really?
busiest in the world.
Oh really? Yeah, it was
East
really
Coast?
busy.
Yeah, and it was in the suburbs of Philly.
And then Korea started bringing like the Michelin star stuff, right? Because Korea is
what?
actually, you know, in America, we just look at America. So Americans are a little bit 촌놈들, right?
Yeah.
But in Korea, they're looking at Korea, they're looking at America, they're looking at Europe, they're looking at Germany, they're looking
Yeah.
at here, they're looking
Sure.
at China. So Korea is kind of like the hub of fashion, style, everything, you know? It really is.
I mean, yeah.
For now, while it's
Yeah.
very relevant, but that's also debatable.
But also
I
not
would
the only
say.
hub.
Yeah, not the only hub, exactly.
Yeah. But
A hub.
I
East
think,
Asia is
okay.
killing it.
It is a hub.
China,
It
Japan,
was
Korea.
the rising
yeah.
hub
Yeah.
of Asia, in like it became sort of like the Hollywood of Asia or the entertainment hub
yeah.
of Asia throughout the 2010s.
For now.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
for now. And you know,
It
trust
still
me,
has major influence,
trust
yeah.
me. I know K-pop has limitations. Actually,
Right.
K-pop, all the kids, it's a phase. They all grow out of it, which is kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I see that.
Some
a lot.
return to it.
You're right,
Me-
but many people they grow out of it. It's just really strange how it works like that.
Yeah.
You know.
So, you, Young,
Yes.
anyway, getting into the show, you're a conservative, aren't you?
I don't know
That
anymore.
sounds like a setup.
I think I may actually
That's a
be.
setup.
You're
I
a
may be
MAGA
like-
conservative?
I
Just-
may be
You don't
like,
know anymore.
Just
Mao!
say yes so we can see where this
Mao
goes.
Zedong.
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong.
So, you know Gordon Chang?
I know Flash Gordon.
Okay. Do you know CPAC?
Yeah, I saw it.
You know CPAC.
Yeah.
What is it? The
book
Conservative
reference.
Political
He really
Action-
spells it like that. Gordon with the E.
Yeah.
Isn't it Gordon?
No.
Dan.
We'll get
CJ
it. Wait,
Gordon.
nobody can see this yet.
All right, sorry.
Okay, so
Gordon. Oh, you're right.
you know
Don.
CPAC,
Yeah,
right?
right.
You're right. It is.
Yeah.
You know the Conservative Political Action Conference?
Yeah.
It just ended a few days ago.
Yeah.
They do it every year.
I'm not crazy enough to watch all that stuff all day, though.
Yeah, but you know, the conservatives, you're not a true conservative then.
Oh, come on, dude.
Okay.
It's like, I can't, like, look, I have to feed, I have to put.
You have a
Yeah.
job. It's okay.
Dude's got a business.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, yeah, thank you, dude.
Right.
What the hell's going on, dude? You're agreeing with me all the time these days.
So I guess the only people
I'm a
that
good
can
person.
listen to these CPAC things and go attend this are like the real political junkies or whose lives are involving like, you know, news and media, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, Michael Wong would have won there.
I guess. I don't know. I think maybe. Who knows? But You know, the thing is, if you're going to invite people to this event, they should be smart people who know what they're talking about, right?
I mean, you speak to your
Absolutely.
audience, right?
Well, there's that. Now, if you're going to have some guy come out and he says stuff that's not right, and all the people attending there are, you know, seeing this guy as an authority figure, and then they take what this guy says and spread it throughout, that could have a negative impact on people, right?
Definitely.
I think you
Millions of
actually brought that
people.
up last episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you haven't heard of Gordon Chang because you only know Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Right. So Gordon Chang, he was born in the U.S. He has a Chinese dad and a white mother. He admits when he was growing up as a kid, he wanted to be like the white kids. You know, he's like one of those self-hating Asian types. Anyway, he's a lawyer and political commentator. And on Wikipedia, even Wikipedia says he's known for his hawkish rhetoric on China. So in 2001, 24 years ago, he wrote a book called The Coming Collapse of China. And he predicted that by the year 2011, China would collapse.
I've been hearing
That's
that
bold.
rhetoric since the 80s, I think.
Right.
How
dude. Like,
opposite it has become.
And then in 2011, he said, you know what, the timing's a bit off. China will collapse in 2012. And he said,
Oh my God.
bet on it. I think he was
That's
wrong.
a bold move. Just
Yeah.
1 year. I would have given myself at least like a 20-year buffer.
Right, so he's been predicting China's downfall for
should
a
never gamble.
quarter century.
Yeah.
Some say even 30 years. You would think, like, why is anyone
just
listening to
guessing.
this guy anymore? There's no reason
He's just saying
to
shit.
listen to this guy. And he also has said other stupid things in the past. He praised the United States during the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, because the U.S. acted very quickly to combat it.
I think they should have shut the borders down. I'm sorry. At the moment it happened.
He also claims China deliberately spread COVID-19 to the world.
We're super anti.
I mean, you left the borders open. You left all the flights to continue. I mean, if that's going to happen, it's like, aren't you letting it spread too?
Yeah, well, he's been all over the mainstream media. He's been in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Daily Beast, Barron's, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, Bloomberg, and also government-funded PBS. Now, a lot of Koreans lately, I've noticed in the last week or a few days, a lot of Koreans have been posting his videos, like his CPAC speech or whatever, him there. And it got me wondering, like, I can't believe all these Koreans are posting, like, Gordon Chang videos now. Because don't they know? You don't have to look too deep to find out what a fucking idiot this guy
Dumbass.
is.
No, but men, a lot of like young
Okay,
men, 20s to 40s, they're super radicalized, like to the right though.
So is it
in Korea?
Can we point out what exactly he said that was just so ridiculous
Right.
and
So
dumb?
let's show this
Kind of
video.
nonsensical.
I'm going to play this at 1.25.
Yes, please.
Because who can
Yeah.
deal with that nonsense?
Love a sped up.
I haven't heard it. I guess you guys all heard it. I haven't
So
heard what Flash Gordon Chang has said.
my cousin in Korea made me aware of this. He's a younger dude. And then also OC Mom. How old is OC Mom? Is she in her 30s?
I'll just say she looks like she's in her 20s.
Okay. Anyway, she's a young mother of 4, I think, or 3.
She has a lot of kids. She homeschools each one of them.
Yeah, but
Trad wife?
She's a Christian home mother. She's very
20s.
conservative.
Oh wow.
yeah. Anyway, she was also posting the Gordon Chang stuff too. So I'm like, okay, my cousin in Korea and OC Mom, who's here in Buena Park or Fullerton, whatever. I'm like, oh, and she's kind
Probably
of
on Facebook.
yeah, she's probably an influencer or something. So
No, she is an influencer. Yeah.
yeah, so a lot of Koreans are going to listen to Gordon Chang. So let's check this out.
They're lost in the sauce.
Question for you, Eric, from Twitter.
Oh, and Gordon Chang is talking with Erik Prince, who was the founder of Blackwater, the private military company. There was a lot of controversy, like once in Baghdad in 2007 or so.
Oh,
Bunch of
that
BlackRock-
mercenary.
Yeah, mercenaries.
Oh.
Yeah, mercenary company, right. They killed like
Wow.
17 Iraqi civilians.
Yeah, they're operatives for hire. Yeah.
right.
I remember hearing something about this. They're pretty hardcore, those guys.
Yeah, so this is Gordon Chang, who works for the mainstream media, who has been in the mainstream media for decades, made money from the mainstream media, at the CPAC convention with Erik Prince, who made billions in basically mercenary work.
Killing people.
Billions in government contracts. Okay? Now let's hear what they have to say.
Named at NIXREL828. And he asked, what are we going to do with regard to future relations with Korea? There's a lot in there.
God,
So
this
if
is
you haven't
dumb.
noticed, Korea had a bit of a political meltdown. There is massive North Korea-sponsored and CCP-sponsored subversion inside South Korea to shift their government leftward. The previous president saw that, declared martial law, probably a bit clumsy in how it went down, but it was because there was a lot of funded, organized subversion to capture that government, and now they're in real political turmoil. Beyond even North Korea threat for South Korea, their biggest threat is demographic. They are collapsing. It's one of the lowest birth rates in the world, and it's like people have stopped having children. They don't date, they're not married, they don't have kids.
All right, so he gets into all that
Factual.
Same
other
here.
stuff.
Some facts.
And then, let's see.
The popularity polls, they are pro-North Korea, they are pro-China, they are now leading in communists could actually take over South Korea. And I know that sounds inconceivable, but the people who are now leading in the popularity polls, they are pro-North Korea, they are pro-China, they are anti-America, they're pro-communist. This is a dangerous situation because South Korea is a really important country.
An extraordinary economic success to literally climb out of a very agrarian, super poor, starving society at the end of the Korean War to one of the highest standards of living in the world, with unbelievable internet connectivity, productivity, industry. I mean, they make an enormous amount of vehicles, steel, electronics. Their aerospace industry is incredible, and I can't believe it.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Okay.
You know, and the good thing, Eric, is that when conservatives in South Korea,
Oh, yeah.
Who are those people?
around the,
It's so
they are
extra, I'm
fantastic,
sorry, like-
which is hard. We've got Korea
So apparently
circle
there's
jerky is
a
insane.
Korea CPAC group also.
Of course there
back
is.
here. They talk to these people around the. They are fantastic, and oh, there they are. Save Korea. You know, and the good thing, Eric, is that when conservatives in South
Do we
Korea.
see that sign? It says it's Trump's world now.
Trump's what?
It says it's Trump's world now is
It's a
literally
cult.
what it
This
says.
is insane. This is absolutely insane.
That's
When
so.
the
On the
conservatives in
stage.
South Korea
I think
where
that's
they
like the
rally on
weirdest stuff to
street,
say.
Oppose the leftists. They fly, of course, there.
Regardless of whether I support Trump or not, the fact of the matter is that I think it's just Trump's world is. I think that's just very, very strange to say. But okay, so there's been like always accusations within the domestic politics arena towards figures like Roh Moo-hyun or Moon Jae-in that they're
liberal
too pro-North.
presidents.
Yeah,
Right,
they're
yeah.
too pro-North, or that they've gone and made separate deals. So there's a lot of underground stuff which has never really, I'm not sure has been proven or not, but you know, like the conservative circle does believe that there are not operatives, but there are very, very, I guess, socialism or communism friendly and
I never
people
saw
who are
that.
for China and they want to get away from America. Like they want wartime command to come back to domestic power, and which is completely understandable.
You mean
as
they
a
It would
want-
be
sovereign
so
country.
weak without America.
I agree with you 100%.
So I don't think any Korean would back that. This is so bizarre.
This is the funniest
bizarre
thing. This is
claim
the
to make,
funniest thing,
what
though.
they were
The
saying.
nation's very divided on that.
I don't see
like,
anyone
I mean,
pro
America
China
should
at all,
for
liberal
sure
or
leave
conservative.
Korea.
Well, see, the nation's very divided on
Yeah.
that. Like
We're an
many people
imperialistic
believe
country.
that there's a big faction, like the conservative faction, that believe that Korea will not be able to defend itself properly against a war, as shown in the first
I think
invasion.
liberals and conservatives
but there's
agree
also a
on that.
different narrative on that invasion. Who invaded Korea in the first place? So how the war started in the first place. I know that. I understand that as well. But just from the history that I learned, sake. Was that, you know, the invasion came from the north, and just like it when we were pushed all the way back to the front, and a lot of people believe that without America being on that strategic area, we will not be able to defend against it.
No, but their claims about being like
well,
there's a
what?
side.
It's a propaganda.
So
Their
yeah,
claims
and
about
also
being
save
there a
America. That doesn't really
psyop.
help.
Oh,
You know,
sorry.
save us, America. I mean, what the fuck is that,
Yeah.
dude? Come on, dude.
It's bullshit.
No, can you,
You know
talk
what I mean?
on that? Because I was there over the pandemic. I was living there for 6 months, so I
In
know
Korea.
what the society is like. I have a very recent experience of it. Like, and them saying that there's some like political agenda on the left or some psyop to like dismantle the right is
Yeah.
complete bullshit, in my opinion. I think a ton of young people, especially men of all decades and ages, have become extremely radicalized to the right. And it's tied in with what I kept talking about with misogyny every damn week, but people don't think it matters.
I think
and
that plays
patriarchy
a fact in
and-
there. Feminism also plays a fact in Korea's politics there.
It's extremely skewed to the right. It's the most gender divided politically it's ever been, like how it is here. Like it's completely reflective of what's happening globally. Like women are, yes, incredibly radicalized to the left, but men are also radicalized to the right. So their assumption that the right is weakening, I think, is an absurd claim.
That kind of stuff it came from a cultural thing. Have you ever heard of the term 된장녀 or like
Yes, like the
고추장녀 or
derogatory
something?
term for women, yes.
It's not a derogatory term
it
for
was.
women, but it is. But it's for a particular class of women who can't afford like goods, like really good like designer goods and stuff, but they'll work a month and
It's like a
spend their
classist
whole
term.
like paycheck on a bag or something,
I
And
critique
then
that behavior as
they'll
well.
They'll meet namjader, and then they'll go for the guy with
like a
more
gold
money,
digger.
and
Okay.
And then there's been an increase of that going on, and I think that over here as
Even
well.
America.
Yeah.
People encourage it, like
Yeah.
tips on TikTok.
So I don't think this misogyny thing, it just comes from like a place of like, hey, you know what? She's a fucking woman. And she doesn't deserve.
No, it's
But
so
it comes
loaded and
from, like,
layered. No.
all these things,
That's not what I'm
factors going back
saying.
and
Yeah.
forth,
Anyway, back to
Yeah.
Gordon Chang.
Sorry,
so these Gordon Chang and Erik Prince are talking about subversion by North Korea and the CCP and South Korea.
Getting back to it, they think that.
And at the CPAC convention in the United States, I believe CPAC was founded in like 1974 or something, so they've been around for a while. CPAC Korea started in, I think, 2019. So they're a new organization, and CPAC does exist in about 5 or 6 countries outside of the U.S. It's like Mexico, Argentina, I think Hungary, and then Korea and Japan, for whatever reason. So isn't it interesting, 2 Americans, Erik Prince and Gordon Chang, who have been cashing checks from the deep state, the so-called deep state, for decades. They're talking about North Korean and Chinese subversion in South Korea.
Propaganda.
And when Young and I went to the protest in Buena Park, a lot of these Korean protesters, they were also waving American flags, which I know Young appreciated. But it wasn't. I can understand the anti-ICE protests. It can look like an anti-American thing because they're protesting a government thing and they're waving Mexican flags. But the Korean protests, like those kinds of things, you don't really see American flags at those things. People just wave their country's flags. But for Koreans to also bring out the U.S. flag was weird. What does that have to do with Korea?
It doesn't. It has more to say about them.
It's extremely performative. They do it in Korea too, the boomer protesters.
The way I felt
Conservatives.
It shows their allegiance to America.
And even I have footage
Yeah,
from
they do in Korea.
the protests in Korea because one of our correspondents lives about a 5-minute walk away from the detention center where President Yoon is being held. So they sent me some videos and
Send the drone in there.
yeah, they sent me some
Let's review
videos
it.
and things like interviews from there, which I don't know if we'll ever be able to show it, but even there, U.S. flags in South Korea
Yeah.
being waved.
I saw it.
But they're talking about China. China's doing something. I don't know.
That generation loves to be cucks for America.
Yes, literally. They're lost in the
And-
American sauce.
Yeah, and
Ketchup.
and
Ranch.
Mayo.
they're flying
sauces.
U.S. flags. And
I
again,
can't disagree with it. Like I don't agree with it 100%, but I can't disagree with it either.
Well, when
I
was
mean,
the last
there's-
time you went? I feel like that matters.
No, it's true. It is. There's facts to it, but I also understand that it was like America was the Superman coming in the cape, the knight in shining armor that came and
Yes.
kind of delivered. So it's people with
All
that.
things can be true.
Yeah, so
They
people-
provide resources.
Yeah, so people that witness that and people that see them as saviors are going to pass this down to their family, and that belief is going to go with
yeah,
it.
that's
I mean, my parents have a little bit of that.
yeah. Now, the only foreign military bases in Korea in the whole peninsula are actually what bases? Oh, American bases, right?
Yeah, there's
Who controls
there's
South
Seoul.
Korea's military? Who has actual control?
I think wartime actually has the American command has
Yeah,
the.
so they don't control their own
it's
military.
a
huh?
joint thing, but they
Yeah,
did have it for a little
But
while.
we do use every single male in Korea as the pawns.
Yeah.
That's called Imperialism.
Exploitation.
That's true. But you know, if you've seen Uijeongbu, like when they used to have a camp, I don't think they have it there. It was all black folks,
What is that?
black Americans.
Oh
folks.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
That's a whole nother topic too. Of course.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
Always.
I had no idea that it was like so.
So
Closest area, like I'm going in there. Hey, we were doing Uptown, right? We're going to a hip hop club, right? Where's the hip hop club? Is this Yongsan or is it Itaewon? Let's go. Uijeongbu. Is it Uijeongbu? We go over there and onto the base, right? And it's all dudes with like grills and like, you know, just straight up. These guys are like Kentucky brothers, you know what I mean?
This
yeah.
is in like '99.
Yeah, and these guys are all the GI frontliners.
That's
Fuck
fun.
yeah.
They're the ones to just rah, bah, 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 if it happens, dude.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And they were
Of course, it's the best
they
club.
Were all black.
But it's crazy that it was in
The best
99
music.
and not like in the fucking 60s. Like,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
right? It's nuts.
That's crazy.
It was, yeah. I was shocked at that. I was like,
Damn.
going, dude, right? And then when you go to Seoul, Yongsan base, it's all like, you know, pilots and like, you know, tall white guys, you know, just walking around.
I don't
Office
really know the
Army guys.
bases. Yeah.
It's pretty
Okay.
crazy, yeah. Even in 99, 2000, yeah.
Anyway,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so recent.
so all these Koreans, especially the Korean Americans here, it's for me as a Korean American, it's very disappointing that they can't see this. They talk about they're waking up. You know, they say that in Korea, right? Gyeonanda or something like that.
What?
No, don't they talk about that? Woke.
They have woke, yeah. They
Yeah.
have the.
They're talking about they're talking about waking up and learning the truth, and then
Like-
they go to
like
someone
who's
like
claimed
Gordon
that, though?
Chang.
I'd rather go back to sleep.
And the thing is, they're getting
Yeah.
all, and they talk about, oh, we get our information from YouTube or, whatever. But YouTube is owned by Google or Alphabet,
Yeah.
which is an American conglomerate. So they're getting all their information from an American conglomerate. And they're having two American citizens here talking about Korea who make money from the deep state or whatever.
You know what's
Well, what
a
do
really
you expect?
funny
The
thing?
country's owned by like 3 conglomerates.
When you look at
Like,
Korean news,
they hella trust
when
their
something
companies.
happens in Korea, they always look to the 외신보도. The 외신보도 is the outside foreign news. 외신보도가 어떻게 보도했는지 알아보겠습니다.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
And they have a whole tune-in on what the foreign media is saying about the incident. That's how much Korea cares about like what everyone thinks. I think.
But actually, I think that's smarter because then it's obvious that you're
You need
not
news to
feeding
compare.
propaganda to your people.
It's kind of true, but it's
Yeah.
also
Yeah, you need all
skewed.
I mean, I
of
see
resources.
why
You need all
they
types
do
of
it, but
resources.
I'm just saying I just see a benefit in it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you're
But
right.
I do
You're
agree.
right.
I think that's the reason why
That's
they do
why
it.
Korea is
they
so
want the
rich in
validation.
culture and has advanced culture in many different ways. You know, Korea is not the creator of things.
No.
Korea
We're
knows
reverse
how to make
engineers.
it goddamn better.
No,
though.
I've been saying it since I was a kid. I was like, we're reverse engineers.
Yes.
We take things
They
that
always, like,
exist
level
and
it
we
up.
make it
Movies,
better.
music,
TV,
culture,
literally electronics.
whatever, electronic,
Right.
anything, you name it. If you bring it in Korea, Koreans will make it better.
Yeah, like,
we brought the fucking selfie sticks, dude.
We didn't invent
you did?
TVs, but everyone's got a Korean TV in their house.
Thank you. It all used to be Toshiba and Sharp and
Yeah.
Sony.
I'm like, what do I have?
Samsung, TCL,
Sony.
LG.
What's TCL?
3 out of 4 TVs in this room are Korean.
So
What is
exciting.
TCL is a Chinese brand.
Yeah.
Is it good?
They're good.
Cheap. Very
Good
cheap.
and cheap.
The Samsung, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah, it actually
Oh,
looks
yeah, I have
more
LG
clear
monitors
than
on
the.
my
And even if you
My
don't have a
computer.
Korean brand, the chips inside your TV are made by Koreans.
Okay, stop sucking Korea's dick, guys. Let's move on.
아니, 대한민국 사람이.
We're great, but like, let's move on to relevant stuff.
Anyway, Erik Prince, by the way, I want to talk about the guy who was sitting there with David or Gordon Chang. He's the founder of Blackwater. By the way, he has 12 children. Anyway,
All one wife.
Weird.
and you know his sister, Betsy
Christian?
DeVos, she's the former U.S. Secretary of Education.
yeah.
And her husband, Dick DeVos, was the son of the Amway founder and was also CEO for
Amway.
Amway.
Oh,
That's
the
his sister?
MLM?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not
Isn't
know that.
Amway like
Yeah, that MLM
So,
company.
and Erik Prince himself, his father died in like 95 or so and had a big auto parts business, which he then helped sell to a big conglomerate the next year for over $1 billion in the 90s.
That's crazy.
Over
That's
$1 billion
like-
in the 90s.
That's like 50
He was
billion
like
now.
26 or something when it happened. A year later in 97, he set up Blackwater. He bought 6,000 acres in North Carolina to set up like, military training facilities and all that stuff. And from 1997 to 2010, he was awarded $2 billion in government security contracts.
So he would make profit off of any kind of little battles or excursions or operations that would go against China.
He
or
makes
any
money
other
off of
country.
death.
Yeah, he kills people.
Oh,
for
so
a
he's
living.
promoting. He's creating. They're creating an issue. Okay, I can see that. I can
So
see that.
this is a billionaire mercenary boss, CEO, who's talking about Chinese subversion in South
But
Korea.
it's fair to say that he has worked with Democrats and both from all sides of the aisle, right? I mean, this is like he's an establishment person.
Of
right?
course.
He's trying to stow discord. I think they're pushing the agenda
So,
because China's not the aggressors.
anyway, yeah.
So funny. You hear that in Korea too, like that Chinese are aggressing this. They're
super
claiming over these lands,
xenophobic.
or
A lot of
there's this
Koreans
kind of
are.
maritime dispute that's
Yeah.
going on with this country and that country, Vietnam. You hear like so much like stuff that goes against China in a lot of news that the domestic Korean media news.
Yeah,
spreads,
that
too.
might have been the U.S. AID money. But at the end of this, I just want to play this part here.
I mean, they
At the end of this video.
grievances, but-
Gordon Chang.
Come on, let's say it. USA.
Oh my God, this is so corny.
USA. 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 Thank you, everybody.
Oh, he's so annoying.
Even the white guy was kind of like cringing. He doesn't have the same enthusiasm.
Because it's cringe.
He just adjusts his tie. But Mr. Self-hating Asian guy who wants to fit
Get it,
in and be
Gordon.
Mr. America, he's got to pound his fist and prove that he's not Chinese.
Because he's a real man.
Do you think there will ever be a Asian Captain America?
Bruh.
No.
I mean, there's a Marvel.
It just doesn't even look right when you think about it.
And by the
right?
way, I want to play this.
People are canceling Marvel, by the way.
Which I'm like, whatever.
What do you think of the? Have you seen the
I
movie?
think it's overdone. The Marvel.
No, I'm not going to
formula.
watch it because of it though.
What do you mean? Because of what?
They just like randomly put in a unknown like Jewish superhero, and then because of
Oh.
that, people
Oh.
started doing deep dives, and they started realizing that almost every Marvel movie has been pushing pro-Israel agenda.
Oh, whoa.
So people are now
I wanna get
boycotting
into that.
Marvel.
I didn't
Oh, that's
see all
interesting.
that.
Like
Yeah, so-
pro-war
yeah.
like type of messaging.
Like even in the Iron
I
Man
could see
Wars, it
that.
was like they were talking negatively about like was it Sudan, Iran, and but
Well, yeah, it was Arab countries
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he
yeah.
went into, and then he was attacked and kidnapped in.
there's a lot of
Hollywood does
there's a
have
lot of
agendas,
underlying
yes.
pro-Israel messaging in most of the
What
Marvel
is
movies.
Black Panther a Marvel thing?
Yeah, actually,
So what was that about? Because I
that
never
one's the
saw
only
it.
one that's like
Wakanda,
respectable,
man.
No,
like
they-
most people.
Yeah, that's all I hear
thought.
people
Wakanda
No,
forever.
so the bad guy in
I
Black
love that one.
Panther is
Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
Lee Jordan.
his character said a lot of stuff in Black Panther that the actual Black Panthers in America used to say.
Oh.
Except in the movie, he was shown to be a villain. So they were actually saying that Black Panthers was celebrating like black excellence, but in reality, it was like subliminal messaging to keep black people down, to keep them from.
But would Disney do that?
Of course,
Yes.
Disney would do that.
Oh,
it's one of
really?
the biggest companies.
Why wouldn't they?
I thought
Is that a
Disney's
joke?
woke.
That's performative shit. As someone that used to work there, that's performative.
It's like Pat,
okay?
it's like
believe
priests. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm a man
Disney
of
is
God.
like,
touch,
okay.
touch, touch, touch.
Love you, Disney.
Anyway, let's show this Gordon thing here. He
I
starts
mean,
this one off.
Not all priests.
No,
I mean,
not all priests, but I'm saying the ones who take advantage.
Hello, freedom warriors.
This guy's such a cracker, dude. He needs to stop, dude.
Such a loser. I'm sorry.
Such a tryhard.
Oh,
He's such a
Yeah,
Ande.
he's-
tryhard.
and then he mentions CPAC again here. Was it 2:30?
Aw, you don't do
He's
that.
definitely trying to like garner fans and like.
I don't know where the half
sympathy.
white is though.
Uncle
That's
Chang.
like pretty dominant Chinese genes.
CPAC Korea is defending the most fragile. CPAC Korea. CPAC Korea is defending the most fragile democracy on the face of the earth. In South Korea,
Now,
It is a weak democracy though, because
He's-
democracy is relatively new.
yeah, he's talking about
I don't think anyone could disagree on that.
CPAC
But our
Korea.
democracy here is being
The
dismantled.
weakest? I don't know.
Not the
about
weakest. No.
weakest.
But it is has always been.
I had to
very-
look into
and
CPAC Korea. What is CPAC Korea? So I went to their website. What is CPAC Korea?
Just a flashy
Here
website.
we got
Fucking
here
his Yoon and fucking Trump's face.
They don't know web design over there, I
CPAC
swear to
Korea. Election fraud in South Korea. 한국의
sure.
부정선거. 그 진실을 찾는 기록.
Oh my god.
There's these QR codes so you can get books or whatever. Now,
Corny.
I wanted to know who's behind this. Oh, there's a white man. Okay. I wanted to know who's behind this organization. So I checked
Oh my
here.
God.
The founder is Annie Chan. Founder.
Oh my God, a Chinese woman.
Married to a Chinese man formerly.
Oh, I see.
But she's Korean. And
Korean.
she's also a billionaire, possibly. She is an oligarch. She lives in Honolulu. She's also the head of the One Korea Network, which promotes, anti-North Korea stuff, right? So,
which is a very deceiving name.
Yeah, One Korea Network.
Yeah.
And then I also saw, who's the president? It's this guy named Grant Newsham.
Wait, why are there two presidents?
I guess you got to have the figurehead, and then you got to have the real ones.
But even the Korean one, he kind of looks like he's mixed. No?
Which one? This one?
It looks like there's a ROK, Republic of Korea one, and there's a...
he's based in Korea.
But he doesn't look full Korean.
I mean...
Which one?
Some
One
Koreans,
mug?
some Koreans look
No,
mixed.
the guy below, the president, the Korean president.
Bottom right.
Oh, he doesn't look full Korean?
Photoshop.
Maybe, yeah.
100%.
Or
lighting.
surgery.
Yeah.
Or,
Korean,
or some people
Korean
look mixed.
IDs you can
That's fair.
Photoshop.
Yeah. No, some Koreans straight up look mixed. too.
Korean IDs you can Korean
yes,
passports you can straight up Photoshop, which is totally illegal.
Which is so funny.
But it's funny that they made the founder of Korean CPAC has ties to China, and they're so anti-China. That's crazy.
Speaking of ties to China, even Erik Prince has investments tied to China as well. So
They all do.
I don't know, but anyway.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to stow discord between the countries.
Annie Chan, I hear. So she's the one behind CPAC in Korea, right? She's an oligarch. She's from Honolulu. She's the founder of KCR Development that developed real estate projects in excess of $1 billion in California and Hawaii since 2004. She worked in Silicon Valley. I believe she sold her home with her husband for $100 million a few years back. One Korea Network. She's the founder of One Korea Network. Now,
she's active in North Korea.
And she started the Ohana Foundation to counteract the fact that she's essentially colonizing Hawaii. That's cool. Cool.
Yeah, I think she's the real big boss behind a lot of this
she's
stuff.
North Korea, maybe?
No, this. So I looked into her a little more, and she is a shit. Where's my info on her? Oh, okay. She's a wealthy oligarch from Honolulu, Annie M.H. Chan, chairman of the One Korea Network and the chairman and founder of Korea CPAC. She is also director at an IP3 subsidiary, Allied Nuclear, which helps international governments procure U.S. nuclear technology. She may be pushing these conspiracy theories to benefit her business interests.
That's crazy.
Always.
Crazy, huh?
To
go that far.
To chastise North Korea for nuclear weapons, all the while that's your bread and butter. That's wild.
Yeah. So
projection much?
Let's see. She's also Miss Chan is a chairman. Blah 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 blah. So she pays for fear-mongering advertisements, including full-page ads in newspapers, even a Times Square billboard. She attacks bills supporting peace on the Korean Peninsula and family reunions with Korean Americans and their loved ones in the North. So this is according to Women Cross DMZ. Yeah. So, financial motivation for these attacks. Director of IP3, which markets the export of U.S. technology around the world in a global energy race against Russia and China. Anyway, so all of this, this is all bullshit. This could all be done. All these influencers and people promoting Gordon Chang, Korean Americans, Koreans in Korea, promoting Global Chang, Gordon Chang, and the KCPAC and all this. This is all bullshit with this woman at the head of it who's just trying to make more money.
Yep, always.
Always follow the money.
I'm wondering if these Korean American influencers are digging in
Of course not.
to these things before they spread this
No, they're
to
not.
the community.
No. They're not doing it. Neither are the news teams. The news teams don't even really background check
People are extremely media
or
illiterate
cross
now,
check
they say.
references. They don't even do that.
Yeah, I mean, if they did do that, they wouldn't be on the side that they're on.
That too.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And a lot of Korean netizens spread a lot of and push a lot.
But you know, this is
bullshit
kind of a common
agendas.
case. You see this everywhere in every kind of politics. This is kind of propaganda, or how they're trying to skew like certain headlines and put things together to make sort of a documentary case. You know, to influence others into thinking a certain way.
That's why the world
I almost think
hates
everything's
TikTok.
propaganda now. I have to always like. I don't trust.
Hey, what's going on with
anything
TikTok?
now.
Is TikTok like
Wait,
bad?
okay, who knows? And you can Google it
It's technically unbanned
or
now,
DuckDuckGo it.
because you can download it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, DuckDuckGo.
yeah. Anyway, so you notice like at the CPAC thing or the Korea thing, nothing is about how to make America better or how to give Americans better lives
fear-mongering.
or how to protect them or something. It's all, oh my God, we got to stop these guys. We got to
China.
stop these. Oh my God, this is communism.
Sounds familiar.
You ask the
Yeah.
average person what communism is. What are they gonna? They will. It's evil.
You mean like that
It's
kid
this
at the rally?
game is like,
That UCLA kid? You're like, what's wrong with communism? You know,
I mean, he's
communists.
a nice kid. I'm sure he'll learn, and
You can be nice and dumb.
I have faith that he will learn.
well, I mean,
the
like the
young
thing
kid
is
was
when it comes to
not
like even the
anti-communism?
fact about communism and the stuff that you guys brought up to me that made me like, well, what the hell, right? I mean, the thing is that not everyone is exposed to that information,
Right.
or you know, whether it be fact or whatever it is, you know.
Right.
I mean,
Masses
that's
of
the
people
problem.
are sheep, unfortunately.
So when you're dealing with how people, especially my age, have been propagandized as like communism is the worst thing in the world, that it's the scariest thing in the world, and that you know.
And you were a teenager when the Soviet Union fell, so you probably lived through all that anti-communist stuff in the 80s.
but I
Red
honestly
Scare.
didn't give a shit. But I just knew that it was bad to be a communist. That's
Yeah.
all. That's
Right.
all.
All Koreans know, all Korean Americans know that it's bad to be a communist because we were
Yeah,
at the
they're
rally.
pretty
What were they saying?
anti-communist.
They were saying "멸공, 멸공, 멸공."
But
Which-
to add a little bit of credibility to that, like people my father's generation, my uncles who made it from North Korea out, they saw a lot of death. They saw a lot of death, and they did say that many North Koreans were brutal.
I don't know if you saw that movie 태극기 휘날리며,
Yeah.
Brotherhood of War.
Yeah.
But even in that movie, they showed South Korean soldiers killing South Koreans.
You're right.
Even
that
before
was
the
that
war.
too. But then you also had North Korean soldiers killing innocent villagers too. So these are all
Right. So what I'm
facts
saying
that
is,
were in
if
there.
North Korea kills innocent villagers, okay, we can condemn that. But we don't. Did South Korea not massacre tens of thousands in Jeju?
and absolutely,
don't
and
ignore
also
it, yeah.
South
You have to
Koreans,
condemn both.
South Korean soldiers
Yeah,
in
they committed
Vietnam,
horrific crimes
they were
against their own
considered
people.
very. There's they still talk about it to this very day,
and they're still proud of it.
and still want apologies to this very day. Certain Vietnamese, troops and families there. So
Right.
I mean, yeah,
And that
it's
was
right.
for
It's-
money.
It's what news your government wants you to think. It's what image your government thinks or wants you to have about your country.
In fact, I think Vietnam just banned if you wear a Vietnam War vet hat from Korea, you're not allowed in the country.
Oh, damn.
Good.
See,
I remember
see,
somebody
talks
got
about that kind
rejected,
of
right,
stuff. I don't-
recently, yeah.
Yeah, no one talks about that kind of stuff, right?
I didn't even know I could ban
Yeah.
shit like that.
No, it was apparently brutal, like Yaskuni shit,
Yeah.
like crazy stuff.
Yeah. And by the way, when I was in Vietnam, I went to the War Museum. By the way, they call it the American War. They don't call it Vietnam War, right?
Period.
So I went to the War
Only,
Museum.
I mean, that makes sense.
I respect
right?
that.
That's crazy.
Well, that makes sense, right?
I go to the War Museum.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, it was our fault.
the South it was the communist forces versus America, and they had
the,
power.
the U.S. back south,
And,
yeah,
and their
just
people
like
suffered
Korea.
for it.
And the U.S. used chemical weapons like Agent Orange or chemicals like Agent Orange, which affected the people. And then when they had children, the children are born with sometimes radical. You can't even imagine it. It's like wild. And at the museum, I was going through the Agent Orange exhibit, and you could see the American tourists. A lot of them were getting like triggered or upset by it. Like, why do they have to show this? It's like, what is this?
Because that's what happened.
Right, that's what they did.
Right.
And then at the end of the museum, there's like a gift shop, and you see the victims of Agent Orange. They're the ones working the gift shop. You know, you can see
Holy
them.
shit, that's crazy.
I mean, the ones that are capable. Because
Yeah.
I remember one story was like a girl. She's so out of it, they have to keep her in a cage because she tries to chew on everything, and she doesn't really recognize anything except when she sees her dad come home from work every day. She just smiles, like. But that's the effect
Oh my God.
of that. So that was one of the things that.
But she's not
images-
the worker, right?
No. This was one in the exhibit. You see one of the.
Yeah. And they come out with like disability and
Some of them have like
deformities
3
and stuff.
heads.
Yeah.
Deformities,
like
yeah.
You guys, you can just
it's
search
horrific.
Agent Orange effects because I don't want to show it here. Anyway,
Our military's evil, bro.
so
I would have to say our government and the
War is
military,
evil.
the top people of the military, I think are very evil. I think a lot of the soldiers they go
fighting
there,
is
they
evil.
go into war, risking their lives.
It has been like
serving
that for
a
the beginning of
purpose.
time. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Serving a purpose. They
Horrible
believe
things
that they're
happen.
fighting for freedom.
Yep.
And that's propaganda in itself.
And that they use that to then justify doing horrible things. Yeah. I'm a hero. It's fine.
yeah. Anyway, so any Korean
please.
influencers out there that are promoting Gordon Chang, please stop. Please stop. You lose all credibility. Any Korean who ever promotes Gordon Chang as an authority is lying to you.
We should shame them on a weekly basis.
Anybody who promotes Gordon Chang as an authority is a liar. Do not trust them. Do not trust anyone who promotes Gordon Chang.
Or dumb. Either way, you shouldn't trust
You know,
This is important to note.
you
in these times, for
people
real.
want war with China. You think when there's war with China, like what Koreans are going to be safe? You don't think we're going to? You think people can tell the difference?
So like if you're
That too.
if you're kind of wondering how this translates into Korean media and how it just gets out there, the desk basically has like a list of things, and there's a lot of things that people are already kind of reporting as hot topics, and you know you're just trying to get that on there, you know, and you get that source, whatever the source is, and you're not really checking about behind on this because it takes a lot of Googling, a lot of research to find out all the nitty gritty stuff. You know what I mean? So this is one of the reasons, like how propaganda-based news or something, if it is or whether it is or I don't know, you know, that's what I'm saying. But to put it out there, yeah, that's how it makes it on there, 100%.
Here's
And
Gordon.
you just copy and paste.
Gordon was surmising, is that the term, that the police in Korea were possibly Chinese.
Seeing
What the
strange
fuck
looking.
is that? Like, no.
We are also seeing strange-looking policemen
because-
on the streets of Seoul.
make
who are
Because you know
armed
you have
with
to
no
cover up
name
that you're
tags.
Chinese and not Korean, right? That's
Maybe
that's
they're
just weird
Chinese.
too.
We don't know for sure, but we
Oh,
can
that-
see
that was
that this is
weird.
a time
Like
of
maybe a few.
unusual, certainly extraordinary events.
I love how he says that like he has any idea of anything with Korean public
doesn't
police
know
officers.
any-
You know what that felt like
going
right
on
now? What he
over
just
there.
said right now, it felt honestly, even being a conservative point of view, like just looking at what he said, it felt a lot like when oh dude, I forgot the link. God damn it. There was when Biden was saying that he saw pictures of beheaded babies.
Oh,
Oh yeah, right.
That's what it kind of felt like. It was like, you know, just
like stream of
support a
consciousness.
situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
but nonsensical.
Anyway, Sean Rain, I
They're
think
wearing
he's
masks
another
because they're
Hapa. I
Chinese.
think he's also half white, half Chinese, I believe. Take a look. He looks like one of those Hapas, right? Oh, shit. Doesn't he look Hapa?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that,
He's a pretty smart dude, pretty reasonable dude.
commentator or something.
So I believe he might be right. I'm convinced in 2025 we'll finally learn the truth. Gordon Chang is a long-term plant by the Communist Party of China. I mean, seriously, no one can be that wrong and that hysterical for such a long period of time, can they? Chang and I spoke at a conference once at Wharton. He was intelligent and well-spoken. Nothing like the persona he affects. So anyway, who knows? Okay.
So
anyway.
maybe all these guys are just paid. They pick up endorsements and this and that.
So
and
he's saying he
boom.
was coherent, like one-on-one, and it's not how he represents himself, like on stage.
Perhaps. I mean, I know
Wait, but I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand. Why would the CPC be planning him if that were the intention?
to mislead America about China. Say China's failing, keep Americans confident. Meanwhile, China keeps growing and growing and growing.
I see.
It's kind of a joke, I think. Anyway,
there are a lot of plans, for
even this
sure.
guy Brian Whitman, he's a radio guy. He used to be on KLSX. He might be at I don't know where he is now, but
Come on,
he
Baldy.
told me that he owes me money. By the way,
Pay him, Brian.
it's only like $200, but still,
But still,
it's been 12 years,
these
bro.
times.
That's
been
collects
12
interest, dude.
Hello.
13 years, bro. Anyway, he told me that he used to do a show with Tim Conway Jr. And Tim Conway Jr., I think he does, was it talk radio now at 790? But he plays or KFI. So he does he does a conservative talk show. And Brian says, like, you know, he intentionally goes hardcore more than he really believes, for
The views.
That's the job.
Yeah, the listen. Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone does that. Yeah.
It is what it is.
TikTokers
you know?
do
Yeah,
it.
It is what it is.
Content,
You want the clicks.
yeah.
You want the hits. You
Yep.
want the dividends.
Mainstream media does it.
Anyway,
And that's what selling your soul is.
Everyone
you know,
but a
to
lot.
get a few more hits, you tweak a
Celebrities
little
do it.
word there, and you add a little misinformation there, or you add a little disinformation.
Would you
there.
sell
You
out to the deep
sensationalize
state?
things.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You
dude.
would?
Yeah, why not,
Okay.
dude?
At least he's honest. All
Wait,
right.
would you ask him?
Would you sell your soul to the deep state for
don't.
lots of
So-
money?
Don't
No,
sell
I
your
mean,
soul.
look, when you're talking to like
You're
someone
accruing back
who
karma.
has to put food on the table for a family,
Okay, fair though.
it's I will take the
That's fair, though.
sacrifice. I will take it up the ass,
맞아, 맞아,
for my
맞아.
kids. I would.
I'm not a parent
any day
or anything,
Any day
so-
I would take it.
How
up
much
the
for
ass.
that?
How much for take it up the ass?
Yeah.
$1 million, I'll do it.
That's more than Hank Yu.
Shit!
Way more than Hank Yu.
That's a
you is
progressive
cheap.
man.
Hank Yu says 3,000. Anyway.
Dude,
Anyway.
you know what? Once that happens,
doesn't value
every
his
element of you
booty.
as a man. Oh, no. Okay. no.
Okay.
Everyone
all
can
right.
think whatever they want. Everyone can have their opinions to this, but for me, no.
This can be an after
All right.
dark
That's my
vert
fucking
channel one day.
manhood. you know?
All right.
Sounds like an internal struggle more than a physical
We can
one.
talk
Could be
about
an
it at
I don't give a
Alpeshik.
fuck.
We can unpack
but in
it.
this life, nothing is going up there.
Okay.
I'm living.
So, be careful of Gordon Chang. Be wary of anyone who promotes Gordon Chang as an authority on Korea. He don't know shit. He's a fucking moron. He's a
Plebe.
All right, on to the next thing. Actually, Ed sent me this.
Ooh, I'm interested.
That North Korea may have hacked like 1.5 billion
Yeah, I
in
heard
crypto.
about that.
He sent me the CNN article, but then I tracked it to this TRM. I think this is the actual crypto.
So that's the source?
This is the actual source.
Bro, they're so into
So
crypto
they
in
actually
Korea right
reported it here. And apparently, North Korea, let's see, today, Bybit, a major cryptocurrency exchange, was targeted in lots cyber attack.
Yeah.
1.5 billion in Ethereum.
From Bybit.
now. Oh my goodness.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah.
They like infiltrated one of Bybit's
I'm gonna text my brother
digital
about that.
wallets.
TRM has determined with high confidence that the Bybit hack was perpetrated by North Korean hackers.
Damn.
Now, I don't know. Based on an experience I had with North Koreans and some computer issue with the government, I can't get into it, but there was an incident there. I don't think North Koreans can hack shit.
What?
No, their infrastructure sucks, but they're like engineers and people getting trained for sure. For like
Asians are good with computers, man.
dude, they're smart North Koreans.
North
There's
Korea-
no
They'll
figure it
deniable.
out.
North Korea
Yeah.
has a population of 25 million people,
Not that
right?
the average civilian did not do that, of course.
Right. So out of those 25 million people, approximately 10% of them live in Pyongyang, about 2 million people. Out of those, you're saying we found the best hackers in the world that could hack into this blockchain
No, but-
better than hackers from China, the US, or anywhere else?
What
But
if he's a
they
savant? What if he's a
nurture, hackers
genius?
and they nurture
There are
the
geniuses
whole
everywhere.
business in that
Yeah,
industry.
And North Korean, they do send people out to other countries
Yes,
to get
like
educated.
Switzerland,
Yeah.
Yuha,
Russia.
hacking Yuha.
They
Yeah.
do military training in
I'm not
other
saying
countries
that
they
that
immigrate.
confirms that this is real.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't think you could,
But it could be like
disregard
it could be
it.
Also, a lot
literally
of things
5
happen
people.
in 10 years.
They
Right.
hacked
That
before
too,
too.
they too. Yeah.
I don't know if it was proven. I mean, like,
What
like
do you
I
mean, the
said.
Sony thing?
Yeah, there was
that was
another
bullshit
hacker
It's
too.
a believable thing.
That was bullshit too.
Sony, no, not that one, but cryptocurrencies. There's been incidents.
Well,
of
apparently
North
there was
Korea.
something last year for 800 million.
Oh
Now-
my goodness.
But they're claiming that they know that it was North Korea because they're claiming that they were able, because like they're saying that once it was stolen, the funds have to get laundered. So you have to take it to like other 8 places to trade out the cryptocurrency.
Right.
And they're saying that during that process, they're able to actually get some of it back.
From the ledge.
And
oh.
it's during that is when they're able to supposedly, allegedly verify that it was from North Korea.
Well, they say it's with high confidence. I don't know if that is
It
evidence,
was
but
Kim Jong Un himself.
Correct.
they say with high
You can't do
confidence.
shit.
It was his daughter.
I think it's more likely that someone else took it, and North Koreans
And fucked off there.
are easy to. It's easy to blame North Korea.
Oh. Okay.
And what's North
That
Korea
makes
going to
sense.
do with this?
But why not blame China? Why a place so like secluded and like
Exactly.
closed off?
That's why.
Well, what they're claiming is that they're using this money to that's how they're funding their nuclear program.
That's how they got to fund it somehow. I mean, there's so many sanctions on it.
They already their
interesting.
nuclear program was fine before crypto.
Yeah.
And they already developed it. They haven't had a test in years, so I don't know. Anyway,
that's true. They haven't had a test in years. They haven't even shot off any rockets.
We'll get into
Theoretically, you
this
could
later.
say that is around time to upgrade.
Yeah.
Theoretically,
To
I'm
a
not saying I
hydrogen,
agree
like-
with that, but yeah.
but yeah, they had nukes before they ever had crypto. So I don't think it's that.
True.
I think again, it's always easy to blame North Korea, just like they blame the Sony hack on
Like
North
their
Korea.
scapegoat or something.
Yeah, right. It's easy. You can always blame North Korea for anything.
I guess that's true. They're so isolated.
All right. So anyway, that's it for that. But who knows? Maybe they did. Maybe they do have some genius hackers, and that's a possibility too.
Hella articles.
I
on
mean,
this one.
they're a very poor nation, and they still develop nukes, right? So that takes some brain.
That's what I'm saying. So there has to be someone who knows what they're doing, because otherwise the whole country would have blown up.
Yeah, but I feel like somebody, like of all the hackers in the world, it's a North Korean one.
You know,
Well, but they're not
you know-
saying it's the smartest. You don't have to be the smartest to be able to hack.
You know, if like North Korea, they want to make a movie, they'll kidnap like the best director and the best actor and bring him in. You know that, right?
Yeah, like 50 years ago.
Well, I know, but I mean that happened, right?
Is Cam 6 the whole shot? Yes, sir. Okay, David just said the Cam 6 one. Okay, it's okay.
Gosh, you're juggling so many different things at once, dude.
Shout out producers.
Yeah, so that's it for that.
Dang.
Let's go on to our last topic of the day.
Come on, North Korea.
Bum. You all know the artist Arthur Kwon Lee, don't you?
Very loosely use that term, artist.
Arthur Kwon Lee. He is an artist who is against degeneracy. He's a Christian. He loves Jesus Christ.
But misrepresents him.
He talks about how Jews are destroying the world or something. How Hitler was trying to, the Nazis were trying to, get rid of degeneracy or something? And
Is it weird to love
Whoa,
Jesus
Nelly.
but hate the Jews because wasn't Jesus a Jew?
Well, the Jews.
Yeah, he was.
supposedly
That's
they
what I
killed
thought.
him, right?
Isn't that the lore?
That's.
So
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep.
Yeah,
into
so this is Arthur. He's an influencer online. He says lots of wild things, and especially he always talks against Jews.
Yeah, because he's
Like,
an
oh,
anti-Semite.
Jews, fuck the
Yeah.
Jews, fuck this, and fuck Israel and all that, right?
Damn.
And he loves Japan too, by the way.
I don't get that.
I don't know why.
Weep.
Well, I mean, he
doesn't he
supports
go to
supports
Asia?
Nazis.
Well, yeah.
of course
So
he's
they were
gonna-
the axis
yeah.
of evil, anyways,
Yeah.
and they did basically the same stuff as
War
the
crimes.
Nazis.
And he
Equally worse.
Maruta,
Yeah.
you know all that shit, dude. That's some terrible
Equally
stuff,
bad.
dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, he also hates China. So Arthur Kwon Lee, you would think that a guy like him, I think he's a good-looking guy. He looks like he's in shape. He looks like he's buff.
Yeah. I saw his pecs.
Yeah.
He has good pecs.
He's like a good-looking buff dude.
He's not
and
good-looking, man.
he's
He's
an
good pecs.
artist. And
Thank you.
he has a very
Looks
strong
funny.
way of speech and saying very like things that trigger people. And you would think somebody who's so anti-Jewish and so pro, like he calls himself bad Asian and he loves Japan, you think he would
that's so
want to be with a
corny.
Korean woman or a Jewish or Japanese woman.
You like?
Roids?
Oh,
No, I don't like that
That's
look.
not Royd level.
So you would think he'd want to be with a Korean woman or a Japanese woman or something, right?
He wants a white woman.
He probably wants a white girl.
So here's what we found. I'll start with Doug's tweet.
Show us the
He
beard.
wants a trad wife.
Bad
She's a-
Asian, to be honest, bad Asian, that's Arthur. Dating a Jewish woman, LARPing as an Aryan Nazi was not on my
she's
bingo card.
Jewish?
She's Jewish who's calling herself a Nazi now.
She calls herself a Nazi.
Yeah, so look at this.
So she's a self-hating Jew?
Here's from February 23rd.
Gorgeous. Oh, he looks
This
kind of
Lily
gay.
Gaddis says, date night
that's why I
with
said, who's the
bad
beard?
Asian. Lily
Okay, come on,
Gaddis,
bad
right?
Asian. You better
Now,
smug. Or mug.
6 years ago, Lily, who went by the name Coleman, not Gaddis, she changed her name. So I don't care what you guys think. I'm a proud Jew and I stand with Israel. And also,
Okay.
in 2018, she showed Netanyahu saying he is beaming with joy and so are we in the U.S. Very Jewish woman. And we also have recently on Valentine's Day, she says she's Aryan. Aryan. Now
Aryan
she's not
Nation.
Jewish anymore. Now she's just a white woman.
Can you do that?
She's in
Go
her
from
white girl
Jew
era.
to
Well, I mean, theoretically,
Conservative
yes,
era.
because Jewish is a religion. So
You're right. Well, she has nice blue Aryan eyes.
Maybe she has yellow fever and she wants to date an Asian.
Her hair is like,
And they align politically. That's why.
And here's something from Arthur
They're-
on February 23rd.
She's pretty.
he.
That original tweet that showed them together, where it said date night, it's deleted.
she looks like a basic white girl.
So you see, the post was deleted by the post author, but Arthur did respond to it. He said, "Hey, hey," and this is, I guess, what they had. Like, was it Lunchables, or
Charcuterie.
charcuterie?
Well, that's the reason why they say millennials are
They're-
obsessed
oh,
with
oysters.
Oysters. I know what they did.
I do love me a good
Charcuterie
board, I'm
is-
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
it's
Lunchables for
we grew up
adults.
with Lunchables, so we're
Right.
obsessed
She's
with
very
charcuterie
pretty.
I
boards.
fucking love that shit.
He's awesome. Great couple.
She's pretty.
Good, whatever. For whatever
He's aight.
whatever reasons they have, they
So
fill out
that,
their own race.
His
That's
style
cool,
is
whatever.
interesting.
that's Arthur. And here's something
okay.
Arthur just said
Oh, he's very flamboyant.
in January.
Definitely an artist.
Wait,
I guess.
wasn't this the guy, the gangster guy who was talking mad smack about
Oh, he's gangsta? What?
Somalian, whatever? Johnny Somali?
something, yeah.
Yeah, he was like saying, I
Yeah.
kick your ass in K-Town.
If you're within a 20-mile radius.
Yeah, that's him, right?
Is,
Okay,
is
he's the
Arthur
gangster,
in LA?
right?
All for
Is he
show.
an LA guy?
I don't know.
No.
He's supposed to be
He's
like
in
in
Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Virginia gangster.
Oh, that's probably why he's
and
conservative.
ethnicity, how they are the only minority allowed to shapeshift their demographic for whatever identitary and political angle they need at the time. And they don't want you to be
just
aware
looks
of this cunning upper
like
hand
such
they
a
have
fucking
slithered themselves
predator.
into. And they conceal despite changing their names and masquerading as one of us. Jonah
yeah,
Feldstein is Jonah Hill. Jonathan Leibowitz is Jon Stewart. Robert Allen Zimmerman is Bob Dylan. John Cohn is John Kerry.
Why
Anyway.
is this his beef?
He's saying like Jews are changing
Fake?
their image to whatever
like a non-issue.
to fit in,
It's
which is exactly what his girlfriend, she changed her name. So
They're doing this for the controversy.
mean-
Then they're doing it for clout. Maybe.
No, he's
Maybe
just
it's
he's
PR
just an
thing.
idiot.
now the thing is,
There's
somebody
a lot
says
to unpack there.
someone
Yeah.
responded and said you guys are 100% psyops,
Yeah.
and somebody says I'm not surprised. Arthur appears to have a thing for Jewish women. He's probably
That's what I think.
he's probably a
Hey, sister.
Yeah. Maybe they have an agreement that he will say she's
all
not
up
Jewish
here.
and she will help ungay his public image.
Period.
So I guess Arthur has said in the past Jewish
Oh,
women
she's
are pretty
stunning.
hot, though. I don't know, man. That's Abby Shapiro, Ben Shapiro's sister.
Oh my gosh.
And what is this?
Oh
This is
my
something
gosh.
Lily said in the past. F you, dirty N. And then there are two. Somebody said Stu Peters says there are two protected classes of people on X: Jews and their Indian foot soldiers. I don't know what that means. And then Arthur says she's not Jewish, brother. So I don't know.
When did he
Like,
say that though? What was the date on
That
that?
was in January.
11th.
Okay, so she must have like renounced
What
her
a
Jewish identity
clown.
and she's like LARPing as a trad wife conservative and they're trying to look like a real couple even though he's gay.
But for me, it got me thinking because I
Allegedly.
thought it was suspicious before, because when he was on this show, him and Ed got into it.
Oh yeah. you said
And
it was on here.
Arthur kind of like he just quit.
watch it.
He just turned off, right?
Oh yeah, he was just filling me in on it.
And I was
One of my greatest
Come on,
achievements.
crybaby.
Yeah. I was trying to get Arthur back on, and
I'm
we were like
emotional,
texting
too.
back and forth, and he was sending me messages.
Was he pissed?
He got stuck.
He sent me a very long message, and then I didn't send him a message
got
till a week later,
flustered.
and then. But I was trying to get him to come back. I was like, "Hey, why don't you come to LA and we'll do this, and let's do a real interview." And he wouldn't get back to me, and I thought that's strange because I actually offered him airfare.
Oh wow.
And I said, I'll pick you up from the airport or whatever. And, let's just do this. Let's get it done. And the fact that I feel like he didn't want to do it because I think he felt that
Scared.
we weren't the
Scared.
regular type of podcasters.
It's okay.
maybe.
You're scared of me. It's fine.
Well, I even offered one-on-one. But he didn't want to come, or he just stopped responding. And then I thought, is there a chance? Because I thought it was weird that he lived in Virginia, because I thought he was from New York originally. And when I saw that he was in Virginia, I thought, hey, that's near Langley. And why is he saying all this stuff about Jews, like out of nowhere? And how is he growing so fast? Like, is he like some kind of op or something? I knew it was a crazy conspiracy, but I'm like, whatever. And then when I see this, I'm like, could that be it? Because there were other things I found in his past that made me suspicious. Because again, he talks a lot about Jews, right? And I found this even in the past. Now, this is Arthur Kwon Lee. He won Artist of the Year in 2020 from this foundation. we are happy to announce 2020's Artist of the Year, Arthur Kwon Lee.
I mean, like, just the photos he takes. He, like, takes himself so
Like
fucking
smoldering.
seriously. He thinks he's, like...
Yeah, it's so serious.
He's so fucking
I feel like
full
he
of
takes
himself.
himself very seriously.
art.
hilarious.
Art is not a joke.
Which, as a fellow artist, I sometimes get,
Now-
but it's like, bro, it's a little self-indulgent.
Yeah, and
Little.
I think he's
But love you, Arthur.
No.
But anyway, Arthur was introduced to this foundation through this woman named Esther Goodhart. And we'll get into who Esther Goodhart is later. I'll get into that. Now, he won Artist of the Year from this foundation. What is it? It's the Eileen S. Kaminsky Family Foundation, a Jewish family foundation named Arthur Kwon Lee as Artist of the Year. And he was introduced to them by Esther Goodhart.
When was this? What year was this?
2020. Now, Esther Goodhart, again, I'm going to get into Esther Goodhart, but before I do, one of the board members or whatever at this Eileen Kaminsky Foundation is Igal Ozeri, who is a Israeli artist. Not only that, he's on the board of trustees at the Eileen Kaminsky Foundation. He's an Israeli artist. And who is Eileen Kaminsky? She's an art lover or whatever, and she has also donated art to the Tel Aviv Museum of Art in Israel.
Interesting.
So there's all these like Jewish connections Arthur has. He's been promoted by Jewish people, by a Jewish foundation. And then also, again, I said he was introduced to them by Esther Goodhart. Now, who is Esther Goodhart? Okay. So I found Esther Goodhart's information. She's actually, she died in 2018, but she is a Korean and Jewish comedian who hosted a PBS program called Asian America, and she hosted a radio program called The Jewish Hour. So a Korean Jewish woman
Who he's friends with.
Yeah, who he's friends with, introduced him to the Kaminsky Foundation, where the lady there and the board or whatever, they're all like Israelis or pro-Israeli, whatever. So Arthur's saying all this shit about Jews now.
That's weird.
It's like, does he really mean it, or is this part of an
PR
op?
thing.
Is
Remember
he?
we were talking about,
Controversy.
like, Kanye? And then why is Kanye flipping out? Or why is like Mel Gibson flipping out? And then somebody, was that you? Somebody was saying that Hollywood, most of it's like Jewish community, that's like controlled.
That
Could
was
there be
me,
a
I don't
possibility
know.
that maybe like he went through that in the art industry and all of a sudden turned his back?
Oh,
or
that's a good point.
That's a
actually.
possibility.
That's
I'm
actually
just
a
saying,
really good
yeah.
point.
Because Arthur did state that when he was in the art world in New York or whatever, he saw all this crazy shit that they would do. So I don't know if that's involving them, but he has never mentioned them, at least not that I could find. So that might be true, but
maybe there's like a limit.
and maybe that's why he's so going hardcore against
Yeah,
Jews now
that's what I'm
because of
saying.
this.
Like, which Jew hurt you, bruh? Like, something either happened or this is an agenda, and he's.
But I guess
very
his new
much pushing.
girlfriend brought him back.
But
Anyway.
she seems to be renouncing her Jewish identity too. So it's like, is he even dating a Jewish woman?
It's like that basic thing where it's like
It's an
you
identity.
don't notice your own flaws, so you blame it on other people. It's like you didn't get shows because your art sucks.
Yeah.
Why
Well, is
doesn't
he still an
just-
artist, or is he just like a content creator?
No,
He's
an
a
artist.
content creator
I don't
because
think his art is
he's
good.
not succeeding.
Doing well.
That's what I'm
Art.
saying. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So he has
Yeah, 'cause
a
art,
motive,
that-
or he
that's
has a
just such a
reason
tough path.
be disgruntled.
But I thought
don't know, I'm just saying,
conservatives
just
in
throwing it out
America
there.
were. I thought conservatives in America
What
were
was it?
aligned with.
Angle.
I know. It's been a habit for years, dude. I'm trying to like.
But that's the thing
shake
in
it.
like New York, there's like
they were aligned with
there's like
Jewish
so
people.
many like galleries that like are owned by Asians or like you know what I mean? Like there are so like
That's cool.
he didn't get chosen by them either. And
Yeah.
I think the problem is you.
And this lady might not even be. They might not even be dating. I saw
I
some
really
things
don't
where
think
they
they
might be
are.
trolling or
I
something.
really don't think they are.
But I don't know. And this one Twitter account, Mrs. Nationalist, she says, our next offender is our friendly Asian named Arthur Kike Lee. Admittedly, there isn't
Isn't
much
that
to be found on
insult?
this guy.
Yeah.
He plays for Jews. So she's calling him a Jew.
Oh my.
The cool, relatable Asian ally to the white race.
I mean, I don't think you're gonna make your
So
point
she's
by
just like
being
a conservative
racist.
person who's hating on him.
So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Conservatives were very pro-Israel here, though.
Well, Candace Owens is not. A lot of them are anti-Israel.
They like criticize like their war crimes now, yes, but I thought a lot of Israelis that leaned right wing.
There's different types of Israelis too.
I mean, yes,
there's like
yes,
the
yes,
Zionists,
yes.
and there's this, and
Yes.
there's like Netanyahu, who's kind of like who's been a headache for
I mean,
a lot of
he's a
people
He's an
through some
evil
time.
person.
So
Yeah.
he's a tough. I don't know, tough, or he's kind of scary.
I feel like
He's a war criminal.
I feel like incel is oftentimes a state of mind more
It is,
more
yeah,
than celibacy. Arthur Kwon is like a
Oh,
good
he gives
example
incel
of
energy.
that.
Okay.
Anyway, this lady says, I do not believe Arthur is Jewish. I do believe he is a plant being paid to play a specific role. Also, recently, Arthur has drifted away from the Jewish question and adopted more of an Andrew Tate type role. He seems unable to control himself when it comes to white women. What else? What is this? Arthur Kwon Lee, the not-so-obvious plant. Picture this. A Jew-hating white nationalist Korean artist emerges from the depths of the internet like a K-pop star nobody asked for. Yes, you read that right. A Korean white nationalist, because apparently that's a thing now. But wait, it gets better. His family photos look like they were printed off a CIA PowerPoint presentation titled How to Create a Believable Backstory in 5 Minutes or Less. His phone number, Virginia, Quantico territory. His art school was nearby, of course. His address, D.C., a.k.a. the government's butthole, which, let's be real, is where intelligence assets are manufactured faster than overpriced fortune cookies. And for the final touch, he flashes gang signs when speaking like he just finished his... Whatever. Okay.
The only thing that I don't believe about this is I know people who
corny.
went through the FBI background check and they are crazy thorough. So for them to miss that and not erase it if he's going to be a psyop seems,
Who, Arthur?
yeah.
No, maybe this is part of his job.
To have this identity.
Controlled opposition. You play the role of the anti-Jew guy so that all the Jew haters see you as their leader.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying I feel like if it was real, the FBI would have been tighter with their cleanup of that website.
Like getting rid of his info,
Yeah.
you mean?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
But
Because like the people that
I mean,
the three
fair.
people that I knew that went through to try to join the FBI, like they found crazy shit
Holy
that like
shit.
no one knew about. You know what I mean?
So I don't want to join the
erase
FBI.
their like footprint and whatever.
And I had to get interviewed for like
Dig us
two
some-
of them,
Oh, whoa.
and
Dig
one
us
of
some
them
real
was like
As a
skeletons.
reference?
I hung out with them like one time before, and they wanted to
Damn.
interview me. So
Dude,
it's
that's pretty
like
crazy.
Wow.
Anyway, so that's Arthur
interesting
Kwon
character,
Lee.
for sure.
Well, I mean, his
Good
girlfriend's
luck with your
pretty-
relationship, bro.
Yeah, good luck, man. I thought we'd just focus on that,
A lot of
dude.
people are breaking up.
I don't
so-
know if this is, and if this is just a troll, okay, fine, whatever. But
Get that bag, I guess.
I still do want to interview and really dig into your belief system because I think it's interesting and I want to kind of understand the details of it. So let's do that interview and whatever's going on here, whatever. I don't know if you are an op or whatever, but yeah. Okay, and
eyes just scream predator to me.
no, he looks kind of he looks like a sweet boy here.
No, he
Boy?
doesn't. He,
Nah.
he
Not a
looks
sweet
like
boy.
he's going to
Definitely
like
not sweet.
like. I don't want to say.
I wonder what a sign is.
He believes in safety at least. He has a seatbelt on.
I mean, the car's gonna ding forever if you don't put it on.
They don't look like a real couple, though.
Why doesn't she have? Oh, she has hers on. I can see it. You can see it right there.
So many people fake relationships, though. It's like
Yeah, I think I've
there's so many.
unknowingly done that.
I
Who's got the
see a
time
big,
for that
big old
shit?
L in front of her. I see a big old L.
Yeah.
L.
Anyway, that's it for Ktown Social Club today. And before we wrap up, the last episode we didn't do it, but we had our weekly Hank You clip. So let's play it now.
I mean, technically, it just has to be one clip a week, right? So
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
One a week. Okay. So here's the week. I'll play this one. No, not this one. This one's crazy.
wait, no, we want crazy. Wait, no, we want crazy.
Guys,
We
so
want
funny.
crazy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just remember,
I want crazy.
Ed wanted this.
I want crazy.
Is he looking?
Why is he
Wants
always like shirtless?
Oh, he's comfortable.
I mean, I'm shirtless at home all the time.
Okay, fair.
Internet.
Nigga, shut your bitch ass up,
진짜.
hoe. You're a hoe, nigga.
Wait, what? That was
Don't replay it. Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna
That
replay it.
was
I was like,
so
my bad.
unexpected.
I apologize.
Holy
Can I go
shit.
pee?
He said crazy.
Wait, I'm gonna end the show. All right.
No more of this.
Okay.
Thank you
Well,
guys.
okay, go-
Guys,
okay,
yeah,
guys,
say
like,
goodbye.
Bye.
I
Okay.
I
thought
love
it was
you
gonna
guys.
be like funny, crazy.
Oh,
Thank you is
my
nuts,
God.
man.
Yeah, that's Hank
Sorry.
you.
We
Hank,
don't co-sign on that.
we are doing that interview soon. Don't forget.
Don't come to Inglewood, man.
Yeah. All right, and we'll see you. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, smash that notification bell. I'm Michael Kim, Ed Choi,
Yeah.
Young Kim, Hajin Cho. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Oh man,
Be
why would you
safe.
use that word?
Wait, is he just like a content?
Why do I
creator?
use
What
peace?
the hell?
No, him. Why would he use
Who's
that
this guy?
word?
No,
That,
he's not a content creator because he doesn't post it.
that was insane.